Concrete specializes in all types of concrete, driveways, sidewalks, basements, and garages. We also do stamped colored concrete in many different designs.
If you want to stay on top of your health, one simple thing to do
is take the pledge to go and get screened for the cancers that might affect you.
So stand up to cancer and take a pledge and get screened now.org.
It only takes a minute to take care of yourself, and nothing rhymes with org.
Talk to your doctor about your health and screening.
Cancer and take a pledge and get screened now.org.
It only takes a minute to take care of
with org.
Talk to your doctor about your health and screening.
Cancer and take a pledge and get screened now.org.
It only takes a minute to take care of
with org.
Talk to your doctor about your health and screening.
Cancer and take a pledge.
You're listening to Western. Listen.
Well, you called it. We're going to have a...
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
To Western. Listen.
Well, you called it. We're going to have a...
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Listening to WRDP, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Well, you called it. We're going to have a...
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to get your hard-earned money's worth? Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher? 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane, they got gas.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. Or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage.
Back inside the Melodic Live. If you are seeking a skilled photographer in Northeast Ohio with experience in capturing style photographs for various occasions such as family events, weddings, graduations, sporting events, and other special occasions, look no further than Colleen Moore Photography. Accessible via ColleenMoorePhotography.com, or she can be reached at 330-314-7547. Colleen sends her best wishes to the Mineral Ridge Rams for a fantastic season. Go Rams!
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solutions. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
painting your house today.
Experience nature's bounty with Creation's Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
Action Physical Therapy is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy company serving the Mahoning Valley for over 20 years. With 5 convenient locations in Hubbard, Cortland, Kinsman, Salem, and Mineral Ridge. Action Physical Therapy can handle all of your physical therapy needs. Action Physical Therapy will create a unique plan made specifically for you. Call us at 1-8333-BEST-PT to schedule your evaluation today. Check us out at myactionpt.com. Get back in action with Action Physical Therapy. And as always, go Rams.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
I'll take you back to the...
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Shining Stars Dance and Baton in Niles, Ohio is home to state, regional, national, and international world champions. They offer a wide variety of classes for ages 2.5 and up for boys and girls. Celebrating over 31 years in business, the excellent staff of instructors will help take your baton twirling skills to the next level. Shining Stars would like to wish all the cheerleaders, dance line, band, feature twirler Amira, and players a successful season. Go Rams!
I'll take you back.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. Or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
WWE superstar.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to the Lou and Gibb Reese Ice Arena here in Newark, Ohio, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network are proud to bring to you Canton Akron Jets hockey, second game of a doubleheader this week, as we will change venues. First game yesterday, scheduled for 3:40, played up in Canton. The Canton Akron Jets come out with a 3-1 win over the Generals, and the scoring went like this. At 4:57 of the first period, it would be Max Morrow that would find the back of the net for the Generals as they would take a 1-0 lead. And then going into the second period, the Generals still with a 1-0 lead Gage Weaver at 8:40 would put one in for the Canton Akron Jets. That would tie it up all at 1. Third period action, 7:34. Max Bazaroff on the first line would find the back of the net as well. They would take a 3-1 lead. And the Newark Generals would gamble at the end. They would go empty net. And Gavin Emmerling, he would get the empty net goal. Let's try that in the right order. To secure the win by a score of 3-1. Again, second game of a doubleheader here. We are down here in Newark, Ohio. As this will be the second official game for the Newark Generals. Canton Akron Jets, they come in at 3-0-1. Not including the tournament that they had back in September. They went 1-2-1 in that tournament as well. A banged-up squad here for the Jets. However, they're going to have Breen Dahmer returning for the Jets today. Tyler Benson, Mario Stashovsky, Simon Hostler, and Brennan Hostler all stepping up yesterday to the A squad to fill in, doing an outstanding job. Well played, team win. And again, they get the first of two games. Excuse me there. High atop here at Lou and Gibb Ice Arena here in Newark. And not a bad view here if you like some Sunday afternoon hockey. Of course, last night, you were listening to the iMedia One Network. Grove City, they get the win over the Allegheny Gators by a score of 31-7. The Wolverines now 7-0 on the season. Looking forward to competing for that PAC championship. Friday night, of course, football night here across the iMedia One Network. Springfield Tigers, they go to McDonald. They get the 28-7 win over the Blue Devils. United, they hosted Valley Christian. The Golden Eagles knock off Valley Christian with no issue there. And Mineral Ridge, they drop one to Western Reserve by a score of 28-14. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop here on this noon edition of Canton Akron Jets Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. We're back right after this. Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice.
And our nation's national anthem here just before puck drop. Jim Craven with you, along with my partner in crime, Jerry Lute, high atop here at the Lou and Gibb Reese Arena here in Newark, Ohio. Game 2 of a weekend series. Canton Akron Jets get the win yesterday as Newark played in their first recorded game. They come in today 0-1-0. Canton Akron Jets come in 3-0-1. And, of course, finished 1-2-1 in the tournament back in September. They'll be back on the ice next Friday and Saturday as they'll play in another tournament up in Cleveland. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Canton Akron Jets. Again, a banged-up squad here, but to start it off, up front, it'll be Max Bazaroff, Will Craven, and Kale Zurakowski. Defensively, it will be the captain, Austin Lute, out of Boardman High School, Jack Barbieri out of Jackson Township and Jackson High School, and in net, it will be the junior out of Perry, Ohio, Brandon Frat Antonio. And in net for the Newark Generals, it'll be number 42, Matt Johnson. McLean getting the start yesterday. He takes the loss. As it'll be Craven and Williams taking the face-off here to get this one underway. And the Generals will win that one. They'll send this one down into the defensive zone of the Jets. Try to chip it forward, but there's a collision between Lute and Williams. Puck now in the neutral zone, but Newark will recover. Morrow trying to pick it up. Craven will get it, and he'll push it down into the Jet zone. Morrow with the only goal yesterday for the Jets. Big hit up against the boards. Fisher taking one from Ethan Bell. Ethan Bell not available yesterday, but he returns today. As it'll be right now, Bazaroff, Bell, and Zurakowski. Hostler and Lute on defense. Benezi and Johnson will check in for Newark. If you're just joining us here, it's just about 16 minutes here of the first period. No score here in Newark, Ohio. Canton Akron Jets and the Newark Generals. Newark trying to work it around the defensive zone. And that will sail out to Emmerling in the neutral zone. Emmerling trying to work his way through a couple of Generals. He'll lose it down below the circles and take a big hit from Benezi. Emmerling back on his feet. As Weaver will step in, try to take the puck, but Benezi will end up with it. He'll take it to the neutral zone, and he'll have his pocket picked by Benson. Benson delivering a big shot on Purrington. And icing now will be the call on Newark. They'll bring this one back. 3-1 was the final yesterday. Goals going to Gage Weaver, Max Bazaroff, and Emmerling. Ben Rose to take the face-off for the Jets against Johnson. They'll win this one. Emmerling going to send this down one behind the net. Try to send it through the neutral zone, but it'll go off the stick of a General. And it's going to be a breakaway for the Generals. A shot on goal. Fred Antonio is going to stop that. A pile-up in front of the net. And whistles will come. We'll drop this puck in the Jets' defensive zone. It'll be to the right of Fred Antonio this time. Breakaway opportunity for the Generals. They can't put one in. They get stonewalled by Brandon Frat Antonio. Ben Rose now trying to bring it around the cage behind Frat Antonio. And brought up the wall by Barbieri. Barbieri's going to chip it down in the zone nicely. And Weaver near the puck. And a collision near mid-ice. Puck's going to come loose. Barbieri on defense now. Nick Allen with the puck, trying to work it from the right up Fred Antonio. But he's going to be trapped by Weaver and Barbieri. Puck stuck now as they'll try to get this one loose. Shot on goal. Fred Antonio going to knock that one away. Going to go right at the cage. Puck now loose and nicely. Trying to ship it into the neutral zone. Half-hearted, but Ben Rose now will end up with it. And he'll try to send it across ice, but it's going to go off the boot of Vandy. And a shot from behind. Connor Seepy with a shot on Williams. No call on the play. The Generals trying to work this down into their offensive zone, trying to get near Fred Antonio. But he'll be knocked away by several Jets players. Puck loose now. 1-on-1. Thought we were going to have a tripping call coming up against the Generals. No call, though. As Stashovsky now with the puck trying to send it down behind the cage of Johnson. Collision now as Gio Freitas will make his way to the ice. He and Lane colliding against the wall. Freitas now trying to put a check on. He'll miss. Cohen Fisher now with the puck, trying to wrap it around, trying to get away from his own net. Big collision against the wall. That's going to be Hostler. And Lane again. Physical start to this game here. First period, 13-14 left here in this first frame. No score. As Jones now work his way around. Luke going to steal this one. Puck looked like it went across the blue line, but they're going to say no. Puck loose now. Craven with it. 2-on-1 if they move. Ethan Bell to his right. Going to take the shot. Going to go right of Johnson in the net. Bell with the rebound. Craven trying to take a second shot. And Johnson going to lock this one down. Lane taking a push from one of his own guys. I thought he was going to turn around and have words with them, but a couple of opportunities here for the Jets. Craven and Bell working together. Craven with 2 shots on net. Bell taking one as well. Can't get it to go. Craven now taking the face-off against Williams. Jets will win this one. Purrington will send it around the boards. He'll send it to Benizzi. Benizzi working into the neutral zone. That'll be Kessler with the puck now, trying to chase it down behind the net of Fred Antonio. Craven on the angle, tried to pick it up, trying to split 2 Generals, and he will get the puck, trying to get it out over to, I believe that's going to be Ethan Bell. Just couldn't get enough on it. Bazaroff now working his way off the boards, going to send it out to Hannenberg. Hannenberg taking a shot, but it's going to end up on the stick of Williams. Williams sent it through the neutral zone out to Kessler. Kessler 1-on-1 with Lute, and Austin Lute will redirect that puck to the neutral zone. Purrington tried to send it back down, but Hannenberg on defense for the Jets, trying to work it in to the Jet zone. Generals will end up with it. They'll work it around the kick plate. Puck high in the air, going to hit Dale Zurakowski in the top of the head. Johnson for the Generals going to pick it up, send it around the board. And that'll be Kessler with the puck now. He'll take a shot by Bazaroff. Hannenberg now trying to work down low. Half-hearted shot there. Couldn't get all of it. Zurakowski's going to kick this one back out to Emmerling. And it's going to be Morrow with the puck. Puck now sailing out to the neutral zone. Sauberswig now will send that back into his zone as Benson trying to find an option. He'll find Zurakowski. Zurakowski couldn't gather it off his stick. And Benson sending it across on a big collision at mid-ice. Sauberswig and Weaver with the collision. Enders now with the puck, trying to work it down here. He's going to lose it. And it'll sail through the neutral zone. Nobody with possession. And it'll be Weaver now. Stepping in, he'll be to the right of Johnson. Trying to find an option. Going to try to find Ben Rose in the slot. Can't get it. It'll be brought through the circle as Ben Rose will chase him down. Barbieri in the way. Ben Rose picking his pocket from behind on the back check. Takes the shot. And it's going to be swallowed up by Matt Johnson. Great goalie play here through the first period. 10:25 left here. First frame, no score. Generals trying to get into the win column for the first time this year. Ben Rose to take the face-off for the Jets. And we'll wait for somebody to step into the circle for the Generals. Ben Rose will win this one. Try to send it out to Weaver. Weaver back to Rose. Rose tried to take a spinning shot. Couldn't get it. Vandy now will have it. But it'll be picked up by the Jets. Battle for the neutral zone. Puck will trickle down behind the goal line, behind Fred Antoni. Barbieri now trying to find some room, but he'll take a shot. He'll get rubbed off the puck, but Ben Rose stepping in. Try to send it up ice. Puck's going to sail. Don't know if it's going to make it towards the goal line. No, and Fisher will save that. He'll have Nicely in his back pocket, chasing him down. Weaver takes a shot. He'll go down on the ice as well. Fisher now sending his cross ice pass to Allen. Allen's going to trip up. And it'll be picked up by the Jets as they'll reset. Change coming for the Generals. Fisher now sending that back to Lane. Lane couldn't handle it. He'll regather it. And it'll come loose. As Hostler now trying to make it to the neutral zone. He'll take a shot. He'll go down. Generals will recover. That'll be Benizzi with the puck now. Passing it forward is the Generals. Officiating a little bit different here today as they're going to let the, as they say, the boys play. As Stashowski now taking a shot on a General. Couldn't get the number on. Aspire is going to be the one that was the recipient of that hit. 8:51 left here, first period, no score. And we got the puck tied up behind Johnson in the Jet zone. Trying to dig it out. Officials right there, keeping an eye on things. Puck will come loose. Gio Paredes with a sharp angle shot. Went to the left of Johnson. And it's going to be picked up by Lane. Lane with the cross ice pass. Paredes now going to try to send this back down into the Jet zone. And we'll have a whistle. 8:26 left here, first period. No score. Icing will be the call against the Jets. They'll drop this, I believe, to the left of Frat Antonio. They'll make that the right. They'll switch it up on me. So Craven taking the face off. A couple of roughing penalties for him yesterday. Hostler down in the corner trying to work it forward. Got Craven on the angle. Craven couldn't pick it up. He'll lose it. Shot on goal. Frat Antonio knocked that one away. And it'll sail down into the corner as Hostler will try to recover. He'll get support from Lute. Lute trying to work it behind the net. Trying to get it from behind the goal line. Shot from behind the net. Didn't go. And it'll sail back into the neutral zone. Jets had an opportunity for a 2-on-1 here. Eat the bell now. With the puck, he'll take a shot. It'll go off the stick of a General and high into the glass. Bazaroff now with the shot. Craven with the follow-up. Got the rebound. And Johnson for the Generals making the save. Outstanding play again for him. Both netminders here so far. 7:45 left here, first period. Craven and Jake Johnson to take the face-offs. He's going to be Bazaroff that's going to step into the circle for the Jets. They'll be to the left of the goalie. Puck going to be lost here. Ethan Bell trying to step in past Fisher. Fisher just got enough of it to send it into the neutral zone. Fisher now chipping it down behind Fred Antonio. Hanneberg sending her around to Bazaroff. Bazaroff will send it back as Craven trying to find Bell. Bell got knocked off the puck. Fisher then will send it across ice. That'll send it go out to Emmerling for the Jets. Emmerling couldn't gather it, but he'll take a second shot at it. Bell had it as Fisher will knock it away from him. Bazaroff will step in, as will Craven. Craven now working behind the goal line, behind Johnson. Emmerling now at the point. Take a shot. Puck will come loose. Bazaroff will keep it in. Take a shot. It'll go to the left of Johnson. Shot on goal! And it's going to be Will Craven with the goal. Benson to Craven. 6:53 of the first period, and the Jets take a 1-0 lead over the Newark Generals. So far from the battered roster of the Jets, they've been able to compensate very well. 6:53 of the first period. Tyler Benson finds Will Craven. Zurakowski and Williams to take the face-off. Benizzi will chase it down into his defensive zone. Benson now with the defense going to put a shot on Purrington. Puck's going to come loose. Benizzi trying to get it through the neutral zone. And he was able to find a player, but loose puck, shot on goal. And it won't go for the Generals. Number 60. We don't have a 60 on our roster, so we do apologize for that. Weaver now working to the right of Johnson. Puck going to sail around the kick plate. Zurkowski, the closest Jet to it. He'll be battling Purrington for that one. Puck still on the ice. Zurkowski couldn't gather it. And it's going to sail down ice. Hanneberg for the Jets will reset back into his defensive zone. He'll hit Zurkowski at the blue line. Try to get out to Benson. Benson picked this one up, and he'll be able to chip it safely down behind Johnson as the Jets will go for a change. Benson, Zurkowski, Weaver, Emmerling. And Hanneberg out for the Jets. Hanneberg hiding a little bit here in front of the press box. The perch, if you will. Hanneberg now D to D. Send it over to Emmerling. Emmerling trying to skate it through three Generals. Works his way around to the left of Johnson. Nicely in the slot. Try to hit him there, but he won't make it. And it'll be knocked by a General down ice past the goal line. Icing coming up against the Generals. 5:22 left here, first period. Jets with a 1-0 lead over the Newark Generals here on this second game of a two-game series this weekend. Got some injuries here. Lucas Black out for the next 4 to 6 weeks as Ben Rose will step into the circle to the left of Johnson. Spire to take the face-off against Ben Rose. Offensive zone draw. And Generals will win this one. Spire now looking for Fisher. He'll go past Fisher. Morrow pick it up. He'll try to send it across ice. And it'll sail down into the corner with Daniel Lane chasing it for the Generals. 5:04 left here, first period. 1-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. Lane sending it over to Morrow. Morrow trying to work his way behind the net, but he'll have a couple of Jets working him off the puck. And a pass out to Ben Rose, but it'll be picked up by Johnson. Johnson sending it back, and Morrow again with the puck, but he'll have it picked off by Ben Rose. Generals out with the shot. Come off the left side of Fred Antonio. That's not going to go. Troy Johnston with the shot for the Generals. We'll sail back into the Jets' offensive zone nicely on the chase. Fisher with the puck. He'll send it forward. And Connor Seepy checking in for the Jets now as the puck will settle down behind Johnson in the behind the Generals' net. Barbieri now kicking his back for nicely. And not the biggest guy on the ice, trying to put the shot in as Ben Rose and Fisher battle over here behind the net. And I think Ben Rose is going to go to the box for a roughing. Rose with a right hook to the back of the head on Max Morrow, and the Generals will go to the power play first today. Here, 3:59 left here, first period. Generals will have the man advantage. Ben Rose will go and reflect on his indiscretions. Not a smart play by Ben Rose. So they'll drop this one to the left of Fred Antonio in the Jets' defensive zone. Defensive zone draw for Bazarov. So Bazarov, Craven, Lute. And because of the rafters, the way they sit here, we're having a little trouble seeing who's in the corner there. So But nonetheless, we know there's going to be four Jets on the ice. A little bit of delay game here as the officials clean up the information on the penalty. 3:59 left here. And Rose actually going for a double minor, 4 minutes. As Bazaroff will take the draw. Purrington with the shot. It'll go off the boot of Bazaroff down into the corner. Generals trying to work it around now on the perimeter. Trying to work it across. Craven stepping in. Tipping the puck. It'll go to Bazaroff. Bazaroff going to take a shot down ice. And that will try to kill some of this time off. 3.5 minutes left here on the penalty kill for the Jets. Double minor to Ben Rose. As Purrington will try to work this one through the neutral zone. He'll send this over to Morrow. Morrow couldn't handle it. Craven going to send it back. And Williams will pick it up for the Generals, but he won't have it long. As it'll be Bazaroff kicking it just past mid-ice. And the Generals will have to reset. Benizzi try to send it across ice, but Bazaroff's going to step in. Newark with the puck now, sending it around the kick plate. And I want to believe that that's going to be maybe Connor Seepy here. Puck going across the net. Fran Antonio knocking that away with the assistance of Austin Lute. Shot from the right side. It's going to go in off the glove of Brandon Fran Antonio. And the Newark Generals tie this one up. 2:43 of the first period. 2:43 left on the penalty. Get a double minor to Ben Rose. So we will continue 5-on-4. Big opportunity for the Generals to take a lead. Yesterday, they jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first period, coming from Morrow. So Johnson and Craven to take the face-off. Ben Rose will remain in the box. Again, 2:43 left here, first period. We are all tied up at 1 here on the second of 2 games this weekend. Changing venues as we move from Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township, just down the road from the Football Hall of Fame. And today we are down in Newark, Ohio. A beautiful drive down here if you love the colors. So Bazaroff, Craven, Lute. And I believe that's going to be Connor Seepy. As Bazaroff will send this one off the boards. Down to Watling. Watling going to work this around. Try to send it from the goal line out to the blue line. And Austin Lute now on defense. Stepping inside. Craven with the back check.
Scoring for number 71, Trevor Enders.
Trevor Enders on the goal for the Generals. 2:15 left here on this double minor. Generals going to reset behind the net of Johnson. So forward Johnson will try to work this way around, but Craven's going to have this. Try to backhand it up the boards. Can't get it out. It'll be stuck down in the corner. He and Connor Seepy will try to tie this one up for a little bit. Puck's going to come free. Fred Antonio one-on-one. And it's going to go left of Fred. Try to take a backhand shot from Troy Johnston, but couldn't get the angle on it. Jets dodge a goal on that one. Zurkowski now trying to chase this one. He'll be the sole man down there here with 1:29 left here on the double minor. Generals now 2-on-1 with the Jets advantage. He'll take a shot at Fran Antonio. And it'll go out to Lute. Lute will send this one down ice. Down to Zauberswig. Send it out to Morrow. Morrow at mid-ice. Will chip this one down the boards. We'll have to battle Connor Seepy for this. Seepy trying to send it up the boards. And Bazaroff will assist him and send it down with just about 55 seconds left here. 53 left on the clock for the first period. Seepy taking a shot from behind. He won't move, though. Gavin Kessler trying to knock him off the puck, but Austin Lute will end up with it, and he'll send it down ice That'll buy him some time here. 39 seconds left on the penalty. 37 seconds left on the game clock. All tied up at 1 here, first period. Newark taking advantage of a power play. Making the score 1-1. Fisher chipping this one down into the general zone. CP behind Fred Antonio trying to tie this up with 15 seconds left on the penalty and 12 on the play clock. We'll have a whistle. And they're going to drop this one to the right of Fred Antonio. 12 seconds left on the double minor. 11.7 left in the first period. 1-1 is the score. Well played, close game yesterday. Jets get the empty net goal from Emmerling at 1:03 to secure that one. Zorkowski now chipping this one against the boards. Emmerling on defense. 7 seconds left here, first period. Puck's going to come loose. Zorkowski was one-on-one with Purrington, and that'll bring us to the end of the first period here. We are all tied up at 1. Goal for the Jets comes by way of a Benson to Craven connection. Jets take a 1-0 lead, and then the Newark Generals take advantage of a double minor, and they put one in as well. And that's where we end the first period, tied up all at 1. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com. Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken. And when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Zorkowski and Johnson to take the face-off. And Zorkowski's going to win this one, send it down the boards. As we switch sides, shot on goal from Benson. Benson will send this wide left of Johnson. Shot on goal again from Emmerling. Can't get it to go. It'll be swallowed up by Johnson. Penalty clear for Ben Rose. Again, double minor on him for a, we'll just call it a right hook. 16:45 left here in this second period. All tied up at 1. We are back to full strength on both sides. And Weaver taking a shot to the left of Johnson. Johnson with the glove save. As we get underway here, second period action from Newark, Ohio. Zorkowski with the awkward win on the draw for the Jets. Offensive zone draw for Canton Akron. Puck tied it behind the net of Johnson now as they work around it. Emmerling will send this back out. Benson taking another shot at Johnson. Can't get the goal to actually go over the net. And Fisher now with the puck, sending it around. Puck up against the board. Zorkowski tried to step in, was backed up by Emmerling. Now he's got Weaver in the slot. Weaver waiting for the pass. They couldn't connect on it. And the pass now going to be Eric, going to head down towards Fred Antonio. He'll stop it down and set it up for Hanneberg. Hanneberg sent around to Emmerling. Emmerling's got some time here to work with, but it'll be Benson now. Tried to chip it forward to him. Back past the Lane. Lane couldn't handle it. And Spire will step in there. Ben Rose now back on the ice. Trying to get it out of the defensive zone, but it'll be kicked back to Spire. Spire tried to work around the net. Couldn't get it. Ben Rose now sending it up the ice. Tried to get it to Weaver. Weaver will take a shot around the waist. And Fisher. Now we'll send this back out to Hannenberg. Hannenberg will slow it down a little bit and try to get it out to Nicely. Nicely with the pass, but it's going to go to Fisher. Going to miss the target through the neutral zone. Hannenberg will end up with it again. Ben Rose now backhanding it. Try to send it down to Nicely. Nicely couldn't connect on the angle. Weaver now battling Generals down in the corner. He'll be backed up by Ben Rose. Nicely with the shot, but it's going to go wide left of the cage nonetheless. 14:59 left here, second period. Big games coming up next week here on the iMedia One network. As the Poland Bulldogs, they will travel to Struthers to take on the Wildcats. That game on Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. The McDonald Blue Devils and the Mineral Ridge Rams will get together. That'll be over on City View Sportscast with Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch. And, of course, we will have a big one as well on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AIM 600. It'll be Springfield traveling to Lowville to take on the Rockets. Newark now trying to move it through the neutral zone. Cross-ice pass. Got it out to Jones. Jones couldn't get all of it. Seepy now behind the net. Will take a shot from behind, but puck will bounce to Weaver. He'll kick it back to Ben Rose. Rose with a nice pass out to Nicely. Nicely couldn't gather it up. And it'll be Lane with the puck. He'll try to send it down in there, but Barbieri will get in the way and send it back across to Weaver. Weaver to the near side now. Take a shot from behind. No call on the play. Ben Rose tried to gather it up, but a shot from mid-ice as the Generals will go for a change. Puck loose now in the neutral zone. Watling now will settle it down. He'll work it off the boards and down behind the net of Fred Antonio. Seepy picking it up for the Jets. He'll kick back, try to get it out to the boards to Nicely. Nicely again. Couldn't handle the pass. Weaver stepping in there as well as Hostler. Puck out towards the net. Loose here. Everybody whacking it. Couldn't get to it. Weaver will actually set it up, but he won't be able to do anything with it. Barbieri now trying to find an outlet down to the left of Fred Antonio, where he'll work it forward. As Hostler now will chase a couple of Generals down ice, trying to get the puck reset for Newark. Barbieri can't gather the puck up on the pass, and Seepy working from behind the net. We'll send this back out to Hostler. Hostler trying to find Benson, but it's going to be picked off at mid-ice and sent back down into the Jets' defensive zone. 13:07 left here, second period, all tied up at 1. Hostler now defensively down in the corner, working, and Seepy will find this one. He'll send it across to Mario Stashowski. Stashowski trying to work off of Derek Benizzi. Going to lose the puck, but Barbieri will have it. Couldn't handle it. It'll work its way out of the zone. Jets will have to reset as Craven make his way back on the ice. That's off the mooring now, battling in front. It'll be Freitas, Craven, and Stashowski in the front part for the Jets. Net reset now, and almost went in. A shot off the left side. As Seepy will step in now on a second shot. Fred Antonio knocking that one away initially. Craven now in the corner battling with Johnson. He's got Barbieri to his right. It'll be a quick 5-foot pass. Barbieri now trying to work it through the circles. He'll chip it down ice, and this one should go for icing. 11:57 left here, second period. All tied up at 1. First period action. Craven finds the back of the net with the assist from Benson. And for the Generals, it'll be Enders who will take advantage of the power play on the assist from Max Morrow. So Craven and Johnson taking the face-off to the right of Fred Antonio. Hostler and Enders battling in the corner. Other Johnson will step in there. Shot on goal. Fred Antonio tried a glove save, but it went off the top of the glove and back out to the ice. And Bell will send this one out to Hostler. That's Bazarov. Took a shot. And Johnson with the beautiful save. Hostler now in the neutral zone with the puck. He'll work it back forward. He'll get it to Ethan Bell. Bell setting it forward to Craven. Couldn't connect on the pass. It'll go over the stick of a General. Going to linger here at the blue line here. Luke going to battle for it against Struthers, but Luke content to let Craven step in there, and he'll send that back out to Bell. Bell looking for Bazaroff, but it'll go off a couple of sticks of Generals. Kind of fall funny. Max Bazaroff, though, will gather it up, take it through the neutral zone, past mid-ice, and he'll work into the offensive zone. Bell now down in the corner looking for an option. Bazaroff with the shot, and it's going to go off the left side of Johnson. Bell to Bazaroff. 10:50 of the second period, and the Jets retake the lead 2-1. Bell down in the corner was able to find Bazaroff in the slots. Bazaroff taking the shot, going off the left side of Johnson. So 17-25 for the Jets as Zurakowski and Spire will come out to take the face-off for the Generals. Spire going to send this one down past the goal line. Hanneberg and Lane going to battle for it. Puck will make its way through the slot, but it was recovered by Hanneberg. Hanneberg will send this out to the neutral zone to Weaver. Weaver's got Zurakowski on a 2-on-1. Zurakowski couldn't get the shot to go, couldn't really get a good one off. And Johnson will work his way to the left pipe there, stop that one. 10:30 left here, second period. Generals will go for a complete change as Zurakowski, Benson, and Weaver will be out for the Jets. It'll be Hanneberg and Emmerling defensively for Canton Akron. Johnson will lock down this puck. We'll have a face-off again to the left of the Newark goalie. Offensive draw for the Jets. They'll win this one. Weaver taking a shot, but too many Generals in the way. And Newark will end up with the puck. As Weaver now will skate this one through the defensive zone, try to get it over to Emmerling. Emmerling trying to work it towards the board. But he couldn't get past Johnson, and it'll sail behind the net. Hanneberg now sending around the kick plate. Puck loose as Benizzi will send this one around the boards. Fred Antonio with the blocker save. Emmerling now on the rush, trying to get around Benizzi. Couldn't get around him. He'll end up behind the net. Maintain possession. He's got Weaver right in front of him. Take the shot off the right side of Johnson. It won't go. And Zurakowski will send this bellman back around to Emmerling. Emmerling stepping in. Benizzi against Zurakowski. Zurakowski sent out to Hanneberg. Hanneberg took a shot. Went off the shoulder of Johnson. It'll be brought down by a hand by a General. And back into the corner it will go. Weaver now out there. Emmerling. Emmerling with the one-timer. It'll go off the left pad of Johnson. He'll come out of the net and lock this one down. Somebody's stick went flying. I don't know who that was. And that's going to be Kale Zurakowski, who lost it. No call on the play. .908 left here, second period. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Craven and Bazaroff with the goals for the Jets. Ben Rose stepping into the circle for this offensive zone draw. He'll win this one and work it down into the corner. Enders now with the puck. He'll send it around the boards. Barbieri will chip it back. They'll try to keep it in the Jet zone, but they're going to have to skate it out. And nicely, we'll try to chip this one past Cone Fisher. As Morrow tried to handle the puck, but he'll be out near mid-ice. Barbieri working his way on the inside. Tried to get it to Nicely. Nicely couldn't handle it. And it'll be picked up by Morrow. Morrow will have it taken away by Seepy. Seepy working through the neutral zone. Be a collision at mid-ice. Puck will come loose and Nicely trying to chip it back across the red line. He'll kick it this time. This time it'll be Weaver. Weaver will take the shot. He'll corkscrew down to the ice. Generals now resetting down from the corner to the right of Johnson in net. Morrow with the puck now, trying to find room to move forward. He'll get out as far as center ice, and Barbieri will lose that, but Freitas will come in, back him up. Puck still loose nicely now, working it off the boards, but Williams for the Generals tried to step in. Freitas back checks him, and Lute will end up with the puck behind Fred Antonio. Back passing nicely from the far side, sending it forward. Newark goalie to the right of us, and the Jets netminder to the left. Puck high in the air, and it'll be recovered by Hostler. Hostler tried to work his way through a couple of Generals. He'll go down at the red line. Barbieri battling Johnson for the puck now, and he'll chip it up. Looking for Stashowski. Stashowski couldn't get a good handle on it, as Freitas will step in. Puck kind of lingering, and Hostler stepping in, knocking that one away. That'll be Simon Hostler. He and his brother Brennan stepping up this weekend for the Jets. We'll get a whistle, and the Jets will go for a change. Craven will step in, as will Weaver. Weaver, Craven, and Bazaroff offensively for the Jets. It'll be Connor Seepy and Austin Lute on the back end. Seepy out of South Range High School in Canfield. Bazaroff, the senior. Craven, and sophomore at Poland Seminary High School near Youngstown. So offensive zone draw for Craven. He'll win this one. Send it back to Bazaroff. Bazaroff working behind Johnson. Get out to Seepy. Seepy looking for somebody in the slot. Couldn't get it. Craven stepped in, tried to get the backhand, but he'll have to be content to take it to the corner, reset it. He'll send it back out to Weaver. Weaver trying to send it down into the corner to the right of Johnson in net. Bazaroff battling Benizzi down in the corner. He'll take it behind the net of the Generals. Working in front of the goal, and it's going to be a backhand into the net for the Jets. Trying to get a number on it. I believe that's going to be Connor Seepy on the goal for the Jets. The defenseman, the aforementioned Jet out of South Range High School, former Kent Cyclone and Youngstown Phantom. 3-1 is the score. That coming at 6:21 of the second period. Jets increase their lead to 2 goals here, as Zurkowski will take the face-off at center against Spire. And the Generals will win this one. Spire now trying to work it away around the defense of Hannenberg. Zurkowski will step in, try to get to Benson and hop over to stick of Benson. Shot from the point. And go to the left of Fred Antonio and back out. Weaver now through mid-ice, try to get to Zurkowski, but it'll make its way to Benson. Benson with a nice back pass to Zurkowski. Zurkowski trying to beat him with speed. Benson on the breakaway, and it's going to go in. 6 minutes of the second period. Tyler Benson stepping up this weekend. He gets a goal, and it increases the lead 4-1 in favor of the Jets. Canton Akron lighting it up here in the second period. Outstanding hustle by Tyler Benson. And I'm not sure who got the assist on that one. We'll have to check the sheet on that one. Hannenberg now, after the draw, trying to send this through the neutral zone. Zurkowski working his way down towards the net. Going to take a shot off the right side. Puck is loose. We'll get an inadvertent whistle, I believe. No, they'll say continue play, though. Oh, and a big shot at mid-ice. And Zurkowski going to step in. So Kale Zurkowski will get the assist for Tyler Benson. We're going to have a dust-up here at mid-ice. And Zurkowski, and if you've ever seen Kale live, he's not what we would call the biggest guy on the ice, but I thought he was going to head to the box, but they're going to be willing to overlook this one, I believe. I didn't see a call on his 5:47. And from our angle, we look down the bench, so there's some nets in the way, so no call from the officials right now. There's not even a Jet on the ice. 4 Generals wait at mid-ice for the post-score draw, but Kale Zurikowski, the freshman, sending it to Tyler Benson to increase the Jets' lead. And now it'll be Craven, Lute, Seepy, Weaver, and Bazaroff. So 21-3 on that connection. As Craven will take the face-off to the right of Johnson in the Newark defensive zone. 5:47 left here, second period. And Generals with 6 play. Actually, they're going to have the Generals with a 2-minute. Okay, they're going to have a penalty for roughing here at mid-ice. So 2 minutes. And we can't get and I believe that's going to be Morrow on the penalty for the for the Generals. And the numbers are a little digitized for the Generals, so we have a tough time seeing them. And add that net in there, it's hard to see, but shot to the right of Johnson. Johnson going to save this one, and we'll do it again in the right circle. So we're trying to determine whether it's Gavin Kessler or if that is Max Morrow in the box. Okay, so that is Max Morrow. We'll confirm that. Craven to take the face-off to the right of Johnson on the offensive zone draw for the Jets. 5:38 left here, second period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. They'll go to the man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Seepy with the shot. Right down Broadway. It'll go over the net. If it was a football game, that would have been a good 3-point field goal. Under the bar, young man. Under the bar. Craven now with the draw against Williams. Puck's going to sail in through the neutral zone, down into the defensive zone of the Jets. CP will work it off the boards. It'll be picked up by Austin Lute. Austin Lute will work it around. He'll have Bazaroff to his left. Weaver ahead of him. And Lute will lose this one. And it'll sail back behind the net of Fred Antonio. CP picking up, working it through the circles and past the blue line. Runs into some traffic. Lute going to send this over to Craven. Craven, if he would be able to get that pass, would have been able to take the shot, but he'll get the sharp angle shot, and it'll go to the right of the cage of Johnson. Lute and Seepy now on defense, trying to reset this one. Seepy waiting for the pass. He'll drop pass it, but it'll be picked up by a General. And Kessler will be knocked off his feet. Puck will come loose. Craven down through the net. Took a shot, was Bazaroff. Craven looking for the rebound. And they're working around the boards. It's Craven now battling down in the slot. Trying to screen the goalie, and that's going to be icing coming up. Now they're going to say no icing. No icing call coming up against Newark, as Emmerling now will reset this behind the net of Fran Antonio. Emmerling going to bring this through the neutral zone, past the red line. Craven will chase this one down. And he'll try to get past Purrington. Purrington sending it back to the blue line, but Emmerling going to step in. Benezi giving him a hard time. They'll lock it up down in the corner. Craven now with the puck. He'll kick it over to Emmerling. Craven and Emmerling trying to get this one out here. But Purrington giving him a tough time. Generals now with the puck. And they'll try to send it into the neutral zone. Jets will have to reset. Newark will clear the penalty. And the puck will sail behind Fred Antonio. Emmerling will exchange it with Seepy. Seepy from the goal line. Three Generals in front of him. And the puck will sail down, or Seepy will go down on the ice. Ben Rose now back in for the Jets. Weaver, Bazaroff, Emmerling, and Lute. So 3:59 left here, second period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. Just about a 2.5-hour drive from Youngstown, where we're based. And I believe about an hour and a half, hour and 38 minutes from the Canton, Akron area. So Spire and Ben Rose to take the face-off to the left of Johnson. Offensive zone draw for the Jets. So Rose, Zurkowski, and Weaver, as well as Lute and Hostler out for the Jets. Brennan Hostler, that is. Keep forgetting there's two of those. Ben Rose now trying to send it back to Nicely. Nicely will have that picked off. And the Generals will bring this one forward through the neutral zone. Austin Lute, though, going to step in. He and Nicely trying to recover the puck. And there's going to be a scrum with Soberwig and Nicely, and that's not much of a matchup there. Generals going to restart from behind the net. Puck going to be sent down behind the goal line. Icing coming up against the Generals. 2:40 left here, second period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. .240 left here. Zurkowski will step in to the left of Johnson for the draw. Puck will sail around. Fisher trying to find a way to get that puck forward, but too many blue jerseys in his way. And Benson had the puck, tried to work through a couple of Generals, wasn't going to make it. Pass cross ice, and it's going to be picked off by Kessler. Kessler coming through the neutral zone. He'll be stopped by Weaver. He'll have to reset it, go off the stick of Benson, and it will end up on the stick of Troy Johnston. Johnston sending this one forward again to Kessler, but Hanneberg will step this in and disrupt the pass. So Rakowski trying to chip this one in, and it'll sail to the right of Fred Antonio down in the corner. Emmerling will battle for it. Shot across the paint, but it'll go board to board. Weaver stepping in, trying to get it forward. He'll take a shot from Kessler. Don Olenek chiming in here on our feed here. Let's go Austin, referring to Austin Lute, the senior captain out of Boardman High School. Puck now loose. It's going to be Tyler Benson with it. He's going to have Zurkowski to his left. Try to get to Zurkowski. It'll go off his right boot, and it'll sail over to a General and back through the neutral zone. Puck loose. Struthers tries to battle Emmerling. Emmerling now chipping it through. Johnson harassing Emmerling. He'll send it around the kick plate. Tyler Benson will step in and push that up ice. Gio Freitas with the breakaway on the errant pass to Benizzi. And he's not going to be able to convert on. Johnson going to knock that one away. I don't know what the whistle was for, but Gio Freitas is able to pick up the puck on a pass that went off the boot of a General. He was one-on-one with Johnson. Johnson gets the save. That'll keep it 4-1 here. 1 minute left here in this second period. As Hostler will take the face-off to the right in their offensive zone. Freitas working around the net of Johnson, and we're going to have a whistle. And I believe the net came off its moorings. Hard to tell at this angle here. The actual beam of the building kind of gives you a bad angle as Williams will check in for the Generals, as will Spire. Jake Johnson will head to the bench. He'll take a breather. Simon Hostler to take the face off. He'll be to the left of the Generals netminder. He won initially by the Generals, but Freitas will step in, knock that one back. Seepy tried to recover it. Freitas again with the puck. He'll get it to Hostler. Hostler tried to get it to Stashowski, but Mario couldn't handle it. He'll be knocked off the puck. Puck in the air now as Hostler tried to glove or bring it down with a glove, but he'll be knocked around and kind of pirouette. He'll be tied up into the corner to the right of the Newark net. Move its way left here. Freitas will take a shot. He'll go down on the ice. Contact down in the corner. No call on anybody. Barbieri now trying to send it around the boards. As the Generals will be content with a couple of 1-foot passes. But Stashowski going to step in. Try to get it to Barbieri. Still down in the offensive zone for the Jets, but now it's going to work its way out. And Connor Seepy will battle Spire, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. Here in Newark, Ohio, the Canton Akron Jets will go into the intermission here with a 4-1 lead over the Newark Generals. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you a scoring recap and maybe talk about some of the upcoming programming this week on the iMedia One Network. I want to thank you for joining us for Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken. And when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Second intermission here at the Lou and Gibb Reese Ice Arena in Newark, Ohio. Sunday afternoon hockey here. Canton Akron Jets make the trip down here from Center Ice Sports Complex in Jackson Township. They have a 4-1 lead over the Newark Generals. This is the second of two games this weekend. They get the win. The Jets get the win over Newark yesterday by a score of 3-1. Scores came like this. It'd be the Generals getting on the board first, as it would be Trevor Enders finding the back of net with the assist of Max Morrow. But then it would be the Jets that would get the next 4 goals. As first period, 6:53 of the first period here, as we try to make our way through the numbers here. Craven would put one in the back of the net on the assist from Tyler Benson. Benson playing up this week. Second period action. It would be Ethan Bell with the assist to Max Bazaroff. That coming at 10:50 of the second period. And then it would be Connor Seepy at 6:21 putting one in for the Jets. And that assist coming from Kale Zurakowski. And again, if you've seen Kale, he's a feisty young man. I'll tell you that much. A freshman coming into this year doing a fantastic job. And then Tyler Benson would find the back of the net also with the assist of Zurakowski, a 2-1 breakaway. Generals would convert on a penalty. It'd be a double minor to Ben Rose. And that would be pretty much the extent of the offense for the Newark Generals. I'm sure they'll be looking to make adjustments here between periods, as we have a great crowd here for a Sunday afternoon, usually reserved for the National Football League. However, some exciting Canton Akron Jets hockey here. And, of course, coming up here in the weeks and days to come, Youngstown Phantoms will be on the road for the next week or so. Be back at the Cavelli Center. Make sure you call 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825 for ticket information. Go to youngstownphantoms.com. The Phantoms drop their, I don't know if we'll consider it their first game of the season if you don't include the USHL Fall Classic. They dropped one 4-1 last night to the Lincoln Stars. However, on Friday night, the Phantoms would get the win over the Lincoln Stars, and there were some hurt feelings as we heard from Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo as he was talking trades in the post-game press conference. But nonetheless, the Phantoms go 1-1 on the road. Of course, we want to make sure you tune into all of our social media here on the iMedia One Network. And we'll have Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football coming up here, week 10 of the OHSAA season as we get ready for playoffs. And it appears so far Springfield Tigers will be making the Division 7 Region 25 playoffs. The Mineral Ridge Rams, on the other hand, of course, you can hear them over on City View Sportscast with the voice of the Phantoms, actually, Matt Lipsack, and his partner, Matt Emsch. Mineral Ridge going to have to win out here. It's going to be close. Doesn't look like they're going to get a home game coming up in that first round, but nonetheless, Brian Shaner will try to get him into the playoffs here. 16 teams now making the playoffs in each division. And Springfield, if all things hold, we'll head to Lowville next Friday to take on the Rockets. They'll look to go 8-2 on the season and host a first-round game on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. And, of course, Friday nights are also hockey nights. Phantoms will be making an appearance on a couple of these Fridays coming up. We'll be making some adjustments for you, so be sure to go to our pages on Facebook at the iMedia One Network and Western Reserve Digital Radio, as well as Twitter, or X as they call it now, at WR_radio. We're going to step aside for another timeout. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop here at the Lou and Gib Reese Ice Arena. Third period action coming up. Canton Akron Jets 4. The Newark Generals 1. All that much more coming up here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Kruger were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
How to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Will that be all?
Can I also have the Price is Right scratch off?
Come on down!
Excuse me?
Come on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Play The Price is Right scratch off from the Ohio Lottery today. Win up to $100,000 instantly, or enter for your chance to win a trip to Las Vegas for a chance to win up to $50 million in the Come On Down Challenge. Next in line,
I'll take whatever she's got.
come on down. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Back here, third period action. Lou and Gibb Reese Ice Arena in Newark, Ohio. Canton Akron Jets, they go into the break with a 4-1 lead over the Newark Generals. And after the Generals take a 1-0 lead on it, taking advantage of a power play, Ben Rose going to the box for he goes for the 4-minute penalty. And the Generals take advantage of that. They go up 1-0. It would be all Canton Akron Jets after that as Benson would feed Will Craven. He would find the back of the net. And that would start the scoring for Canton Akron. They would go in after the second period up by a score of 4-1. Take a look at some scores from around the National Football League as we get through our warm-up period. Right now it's the San Francisco 49ers with a 7-0 lead over the Cleveland Browns at 12:16 of the first period. That one pretty much the only score coming in from the early games as Cleveland goes in with their third starting quarterback of the year, P.J. Walker, stepping in for Deshaun Watson. Both teams now out on the ice. Of course, plenty of programming coming up this week. On Tuesday, it'll be By All Means with Mark Means. Some outstanding guests there. That at 5 o'clock on Western Reserve Radio. And on Wednesday at 5 o'clock, it's the Dump and Chase podcast for all your information. And maybe even a few backstories on the Youngstown Phantoms. Join the guys from the Dump and Chase podcast. And at 6 o'clock over on City View Sportscast, it's Just Football with Matt Emsch on Wednesday as well. And then coming up on Friday, it is Football Friday here on the iMedia One Network. 3 big games coming up as we round out Week 10 of the Ohio high school football season. Mark Means and Dave Clark will have the Poland Bulldogs traveling to Struthers just down the road, just about a 5-minute drive. They'll take on their rival, the Wildcats, over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Phantoms, and Matt Emsch, the host of Just Football, will have the Mineral Ridge Rams and the McDonald Blue Devils. Of course, we had the Blue Devils last week against Springfield. Springfield getting the 28-7 win over McDonald. Springfield this week will try to make the short trip to Lowville to take on the Rockets. They'll try to go 8-2 on the season. Craven and Williams on the face-off as we get underway here in the third period. Lute sending this one down the boards, getting into the Jets' offensive zone. Ethan Bell on pursuit. And it'll be picked out by Bazaroff. Bazaroff takes a shot, but it's going to go off the stick of a general. Craven tried to work it around, but he'll get tied up with the goalie and somehow or another pirouetted, kind of a backhand punch inadvertently to Johnson. Craven's got to be careful. He served 2 for roughing yesterday, 2 penalties. Not 2 minutes, but 2 penalties. As they'll drop this one now to the left of Matt Johnson. Johnson now in the net to our left. Actually, they're going to bring this one out to the neutral zone, to the far side. Capacity crowd here in the arena, standing room only. Fred Antonio will be to our right. In Canton Akron's net. Puck loose now in the neutral zone. It'll be sent forward by Hostler down past the goal line. Icing will be coming up against the Jets. 16:28 here in the third period. If you're just joining us, the Canton Akron Jets with a 4-1 lead over the Newark Generals. Second game of a 2-game series this weekend. Jets get the win in Canton last night by a score of 3-1. Bazaroff to take the face-off this time to the left of Johnson. Bazaroff will win this one, send it down into the corner. And Newark somehow will manage to pick it up. Ethan Bello will send it across ice and back around the net of Fred Antonio. Hostler stepping in, trying to battle for that. That'll be Brendan Hostler. As Ethan Bell working through the neutral zone. He'll have to be backed up by Bazaroff as Hostler will get it again and chip it off the boards. And it will be icing again as Hostler couldn't get past the red line. So it'll be Zurakowski, Weaver, and Benson making their way to the ice. Emmerling and Hannenberg on the defense for the Jets. They'll drop this one to the left of Fred Antonio. Defensive zone draw for the Jets. Again, easy for me to say on this Sunday afternoon. As it'll be Weaver now on a rush. 2-on-2, and it's going to be stopped by Johnson, and it's going to go into the net. It came out of the glove of Johnson. There was no whistle, and it trickled out of the glove of Johnson and into the back of the net. So I believe that's going to be Weaver on an unassisted goal. I stand corrected. That's going to be Hannenberg. As the officials now are talking about it, they're trying to clear away a couple of general players. I didn't hear a whistle once the puck was stopped, but it did trickle out of the glove of Johnson and into the back of the net. If it stands, it'll be Hannenberg with the goal. Okay, I'm told now Zurakowski got that one. I don't believe that Zurakowski was on the ice. We'll see what the officials are going to do here, see if this is even going to count, as they'll come over to talk to the bench of the Generals. 5-1 is up on the board, and they're going to say it's a good goal. So Zurakowski and Spire will take the face-off after the Jets' goal. And if we can get a confirmation on the number there. Spire and Zurakowski. Puck now out to Watling. Watling trying to set it up the board, but he'll send it to Hannenberg. Hannenberg across ice, trying to hit Weaver. Weaver again to the left of Johnson. Going to try to take the shot. Sharp angle shot, but it's going to be stopped this time. And this time Johnson will show it to the official to make sure that there's no misunderstanding on that one. We'll drop this one to the left of the Newark netminder. Fisher and Troy Johnston will make their way to the ice. Zurakowski taking the face-off. And Watling will head to the bench, so they'll make it 5-on-5. Tyler Benson sending this one around the kick plate. He'll get this out to Hannenberg. Hannenberg sending it down to Benson. Benson working to the right of Johnson. He'll lose the puck. It'll be Fisher. Okay, so Cale Zurakowski will be credited with the goal as Fisher will send this one out to Vandy. Vandy trying to work it up the boards past Hannenberg. He'll chip it forward, and Emmerling will send this forward to Weaver. Weaver tried to get to the neutral zone. Zurakowski tried to steal it from him, but couldn't get to it. However, Hannenberg will step in. He'll have it He'll get it out to Benson. Benson past the blue line. Through mid-ice. And he'll have Fisher to the right of him, working him around the board. Some contact there, but Benson will maintain possession. He'll drop pass it to Weaver. Weaver fed it to Zurakowski. Zurakowski couldn't get all of that. And we have a whistle as the net will come off its moorings. A good look from Weaver to Zurakowski. Just couldn't put it in the back of the net. So it'll be Rose nicely and Gavin Weaver making their way to the ice. Williams taking the face-off against Ben Rose to the right of Johnson. Puck down. Gavin Weaver stepping in. And Ben Rose will try to set this one up. Centered across. They tried to get it nicely. Nicely to take a shot. Puck is loose. Weaver had a shot at it, but Johnson will fall on top of it. Johnson trying to make sure now that the officials see that he has the puck. 5-1 is the score here. Ben Rose and Williams again in the circle. Rose will send this one over to Benizzi. Benizzi will try to get it to Williams, but Williams and Rose will battle for it. Puck sent across ice to Kessler. Kessler trying to get past the red line, but it's going to be knocked back by Barbieri. Nicely trying to work back through the circles, and he's going to get corkscrewed, and it looks like Purrington's going to have the penalty shot on goal. Johnson's going to stop him, but we have a delayed penalty coming up, and Purrington will head to the box, and I believe that's going to be for kneeing. 14-10 of the third period. So Luca Purrington will head to the box, and he'll give the Jets the man advantage. He'll drop this one to the right of the Newark netminder. 5-1 is your score. All Jets here through the second and third period. Craven and Watling to take the face-off. Craven will send this one to the boards, and Lute will have it at the point. He'll send it down to Bazarov. Bazarov to the left of Johnson. Couldn't get an angle to take the shot, but he'll battle Roberswijk. Trying to feed it to Weaver across ice, but it'll be knocked away and sent down ice. Austin Lute will recover for the Jets. He'll get some pressures. He'll send it over to Seepy. Seepy trying to work through the slot, down into the neutral zone. Send it across to Weaver. Weaver will reset. He'll skate back a little bit as Lute now will have a shot at it. He'll have Craven in front of him. He'll lose the puck. And Weaver will step in. Took the lane away from him. Craven will step in to make sure Johnson sends this one down behind Brad Antonio. Bazarov now trying to work it forward. He's going to have Craven to his left. Trying to work the boards. Bazarov getting into the zone. Trying to get some help from Craven. Bazarov now kicking it around. Doing his best he can to work through the defense of Watling. Bazarov from behind the net. He'll get out to Weaver. Weaver could not get the shot, but he'll send it over to Seepy. Seepy near the blue line will drop pass it to Emmerling. It'll get out of the zone. And the Jets will have to reset. Puck still loose. Looked like the official was going to call a penalty. Changed his mind. Arm went up, then it came down. And they'll send it. The Generals will send the puck down behind Fred Antonio. And it'll be dropped by Seepy. Almost a shorthanded goal for the Generals now as Emmerling worked this one down the boards. Through the neutral zone. He'll have Craven to his right in the zone, in the slot. Craven trying to come in and create just some area for Emmerling to work. And the puck will be dropped to Seepy. Trying to work it into the zone. Trying to work it through three Generals, but couldn't make it work. Craven going to step in, trying to take a shot past Benizzi. He and Benizzi battling for the puck on the far side. Kessler will send this into the neutral zone. Emmerling will reset near mid-ice. Bazarov fanning on the shot, tried to get it into the zone. Fisher now in the right circle to the right of Johnson. Sent it to Allen. Allen lost it, and Gage Weaver stepping in for it. Craven battling Benizzi. Oh, and he's going to cut him under the legs. No call on the... And there it is. As Craven will head to the box for the second time today. Craven going down on the ice. Cut the legs out from under Derek Benizzi, defenseman for the Generals. So the Generals will go on the man advantage. 2 minutes here, 11:49 of the third period. 5-1 is the Jets' advantage. Zurakowski take the face-off to the left of Williams, and this puck will sail down ice and
creep just across the goal line. 150 on the Canton Akron Jets penalty kill. As Purrington will make his way back to the ice. Try to set something up here as the Generals bring it to the right of Fred Antonio, but too many blue jerseys in his way. Barbieri will send it to the wall. Zurkowski trying to work against there. It'll be Austin Lute now with the puck. Tried to get to Barbieri, but ran into some traffic. And the puck will sail into the neutral zone, and the Generals will have to reset. Johnson will send it across ice. As Watling now will check in from the bench. Wood Struthers with the puck. Trying to work her way around Zurkowski. A little spin move there. Very Madden-esque. Shot from the right side as Fred Antonio will knock this one away. CP now with the puck. Trying to get it out, but he will send this over to Gavin Kessler. Lute battling behind the net of Fred Antonio. 37 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Canton Akron Jets. 10:22 left on the game clock. And Fred Antonio will get the save here. Kessler, Allen, Williams. Zauberswijk coming in for the Newark Generals. It'll be Ben Rose, Bazaroff. And if we can look past the roof beam here, we can tell you who else is on the ice. But so Watling now at the point, tries to send it down, but they'll send it D to D now. Ben Rose in the corner. Working against Zauberswijk. Zauberswijk going to lose the puck. Ben Rose now trying to recover it. And Zauberswijk will feed it across ice. Took a shot on goal. Couldn't get it to go. Craven coming out of the box. Now the Jets will clear the penalty. A successful penalty kill for Canton Akron. They still lead by a score of 5-1. 9:38 left here, third period. And this puck will sail down ice and across the goal line. It will go back into the Jets' defensive zone. So Zurkowski, Weaver, Benson, Seepy, and Barbieri out for Canton Akron. They'll drop this one to the right of Brandon Fred Antonio. Fred Antonio only giving up one goal here on the power play early in the first period. Zurkowski and Spire to take the faceoff. CP will end up with the puck. Try to send it across ice. Send it into the slot. General's almost able to get an easy goal, but couldn't get the angle. Puck chip now down into the General's defensive zone. They'll drop pass it as Barbieri will step in. And we're going to have a high sticking called as Jack Barbieri tried to bring that one down. Barbieri, the freshman out of Jackson High School. Jets looking to go 2-0 on the weekend. That will make them 4-0-1 on the season. As Spire and Zurkowski will take this one just outside the General's defensive zone. Purrington now sending it against the boards. And they'll be picked up by CP. CP spinning around, trying to get to Zurkowski. Zurkowski will send it through the neutral zone. Zurkowski and Benson now 2-on-2, and it's going to go into the net. Kale Zurkowski with his second goal of the day. 8:54 of the third period. Jets go up by a score of 6-1. Kale Zurkowski, the freshman out of Jackson High School. We saw him during the offseason, and the one advantage he has, great hands and speed. And showed both on that one. Osler taking the face-off for the Jets. Able to take it himself and chip it into the Jets' offensive zone. He'll be racing Watling down to the wall for it. Freitas now over to Hostler. Hostler tried to get it to Stashowski, but couldn't handle the pass, and this one will sail down behind the net of Fred Antonio. Austin Lute coming in, delivering a shot, trying to get the puck back. So Zurakowski officially gets the goal on the assist for Connor Seepy. Reed is now battling for the puck in the center across the ice. It's Anastashevsky. We'll send this out to the point, but it'll be picked up by General. It'll be Watling. It'll take a shot. It'll go off Hostler. Hostler hobbled a little bit by it, but puck out of play now, so we'll get the whistle. They'll drop this one to the left up Fred Antonio as nicely Rose and Emmerling will be out for the Jets. 6-1 is the score. Rose won't be able to win this one. Battle at the net. And Fred Antonio is able to get rid of that one. Neutral zone is nicely. We'll try to battle for it. It'll be backed up by Ben Rose. Puck will sail around to Benizzi for the Generals. He'll send it back past the blue line as Weaver and Emmerling will step in and send the puck behind the Newark netminder. Fisher with the puck, trying to send it around the boards. He'll get it to Kessler. Kessler to the right of Johnson, trying to get out of the zone, but Ben Rose coming and delivering a shot. Puck's going to come loose, and it's going to work its way down into the corner to the left of Johnson. Benizzi trying to set something up, but he's going to be under pressure. He's going to have Nicely and Weaver in his face. Battle for the puck, and it'll go out of the zone. Actually, they'll say it kept in nicely. Trying to work his way back in. Tried to push the puck in. Couldn't get his feet under him. And now it'll be Gavin Weaver on the ice for the Jets. Puck will be picked up by Hannenberg. Hannenberg going to send us down into the corner across the face of Johnson. Weaver sending it around the boards. Incidentally, both Weavers wearing number 8. The other jerseys just haven't come in yet. 6:38 left here in this game. Jets up 6-1. As Ethan Bell now back on the ice with Ben Rose. Rose tried to take a shot. It's going to go off the boot of Williams. Ethan Bell working around the corner against Benizzi. Benizzi going to send it up top, but it's going to be picked up by Emmerling. Emmerling will send it back down to the corner. And Benizzi and Ethan Bell will battle for it. Puck's going to come loose as Nick Allen will get in the way of it. Probably would have been better off letting that go out of the zone. Craven back on the ice now. He'll take a shot from Fisher, but he'll recover and send that out to Ethan Bell. Ethan Bell taking a shot off the left side of Johnson. In with the boards, and this one will go up ice as Hannenberg and Emmerling will reset. No icing on this call. On that pass. Emmerling working away down the ice. He's going to have Craven and Bell to his right. Couldn't get all of it. Craven now bringing it down around the net of Johnson. Trying to find somebody in the slot, and it's going to go in. Craven gets his second goal of the day as well. 5:40 of the third period. Jets go up 7-1. 2 goals for the sophomore out of Poland High School. So I don't know if that's a good day when you get 2 goals and 2 penalties. Craven, the distinction of leading the entire team in penalties combined after having even missed the first 3 games. So Zurakowski inspired to take the face-off. 7-1 is the score. Jets running away with this one. 5:35 left in this game as CP Inspire will race for this one down in the corner to the right of Fran Antonio in the Jets defensive zone. Barbieri now picking it up, trying to work it around the boards. Tyler Benson sending it out to center ice. And Purrington sending it across the ice to Dan Lane. Buck now working down behind the goal line of the Jets. Barbieri trying to send it around to Weaver. Weaver had his pass ricochet, went it right in front of the net of Fran Antonio. Nobody there, though, for the Generals. Puck just bouncing around now. Nobody with possession. Down in the corner is Weaver. This will be Gage Weaver now. Barbieri trying to step against the boards to pick up the puck, but they'll hit it simultaneously and kind of come to a standstill. Aspire will now see it in the corner. And he'll take a backside shot, so to speak, from CP. Generals are trying to keep it in the zone at this point. CP will take his time as the Generals go for a change. Enders will make his way to the ice for the Generals, as will Saber White and Struthers. Barbieri battling down in the corner for the Jets. To the left of Fred Antonio. Brandon will only giving up one goal here on the penalty kill for the Jets today. That came in the first period. Pace slowing down a little bit now as Jets have a 7-1 lead. 3:55 left here in game 2 of this weekend series. Now Tyler Benson along with Weaver. Trying to get the puck over to Weaver, but Sauberswig will send this one down ice. Enders will send it down the wall, and Austin Lute will chase it down. The Jets will focus on killing this clock here. Lute will send it all the way down ice. Icing will be the call against the Jets, and we'll drop this one to the left of Fred Antonio. It'll be a defensive zone draw for the Jets. Williams will make his way back to the ice, as well as Allen, Fisher, and Benizzi for the Newark Generals. Osler to take the face-off for the Jets. Stashowski now out there as well for the Jets. Mario making his way back from Worcester this year. Glad to have him back. Related to Coach DiDonato, ironically, from Grove City. And Grove City getting the win yesterday. They go 7-0. Of course, you heard that right here on Western Reserve Radio with our own Mark Means and the professor, Ryan Briggs. As Williams now tries to get this back into the Generals' offensive zone, but it'll go off the boot of Hostler. Brendan Hostler now out there for the Jets as well as his brother Simon. Puck now sailing down into the circles. Shot on goal for Paredes. And Gio can't put this one in. And Johnson again with the not sure hand with the goal. But he'll stop this one, show to the official. So Spire and Ben Rose now take the face off nicely out on the ice, as well as Gavin Weaver. Defensively, it'll be Hanneberg and Emmerling. 2:24 left here. Third period, Jets with a commanding 7-1 lead. Backhand shot on goal by Ben Rose. And it won't go. Stopped by Johnson. Nicely went up in the air, corkscrew fashion, but no call. Official says, you're going to be okay. Nicely, one of the new underclassmen on this team this year. Rossi nicely out of Hoover High School. Not going to draw the penalty on that one, as he'll tell Rossi, welcome to some varsity hockey. So Bazarov, CP, Craven, Lute. Out here as, actually they're going to call the penalty on Rossi nicely. He's going to go to the box. And the Canton Akron Jets are going to, well, now I'm a little confused here because it penalty against the Jets there. All right, well, we'll go with that. You're up 7-1. We won't make the argument. So the Canton Akron Jets on the penalty kill. And they're going to say Rossi, 2 minutes for slashing. So Rossi nicely. Didn't see that. We did see nicely go kind of pirouette in the air and go down, but Johnson now bringing it through the neutral zone for the Generals. He'll be content to just send us around the kickboards. And Spire will try to pick this up, but he'll have Austin Lute and Will Craven to contend with to the right of Fred Antonio. 1:13 left here on the penalty kill for Canton Akron. Trying to work it to the right of Fred Antonio. He'll send it back out. Generals able to keep that one in. That's going to be Luca Purrington. Send it down to Lane. Lane sends it outside. Try to take a shot on goal. And it'll go off the blocker side of Brandon Fred Antonio. 1:04 left on the game clock. 45 seconds left on the Canton Akron penalty kill. And we're going to have a whistle. And a change. It'll be Enders, Williams, and Kessler, as well as Watling and Zauberswig making their way onto the ice for the Generals. Craven, Bazaroff, Seepy, and Lute out for the next 38 seconds here on the Canton Akron penalty kill. Craven now trying to backhand it up the boards. Couldn't get it. He'll be content to lock this one down as Kessler came in, tried to get it loose, and he'll knock this one down behind the net. Lute will send it out to Bazaroff. Bazaroff. Max going to try to skate it around the net, try to kill the clock here. 34 seconds left on the game clock. 15 on the penalty kill. CP looking for a penalty, but not going to get it as Bazaroff, the senior, again content to move it around here as CP will send it down in the corner. Generals, I have it for the next 15 seconds here. They'll tie it up. Canton Akron Jets will complete the penalty kill. Rossi nicely back to the ice. And Craven will chase Williams down into the offensive zone of the Jets with 5 seconds left. And that will bring us to the end of this one in Newark, Ohio. The Canton Akron Jets make their way down and get the 7-1 win over the Newark Generals. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap and wrap this one up from the Lou and Gibb Reese Ice Arena here in Newark. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com. Clark Cup champion! Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. Or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Back here one last time at the Lou and Gibb Reese Ice Arena in Newark, Ohio, where the Canton Akron Jets, they get the 7-1 win over the Newark Generals. Take a scoring recap here, as it would be the Generals that would get on the board first on a power play. It would be Trevin Enders from Max Morrow that would put the Generals up by a score of 1-0. And then it would be all Jets after that. Craven would get the feed from Benson at 6:53 of the first period. That would tie it up all at 1. That would be followed by a Max Bazaroff goal with the assist from Ethan Bell. At 6:21 of the second period, it would be Connor Seepy finding the back of the net. And then it would be Zurikowski getting the assist from Benson. Benson with his second assist of the day. And in the third period, again, all Jets, as Zurikowski at 15:47 would put a goal in, and he would find the next one. At 8:54, he would get the assist from CP. And then Craven would finish it off at 5:40 of the third period with his second goal of the day, making the score 7-1. And we want to thank you for joining us here today. And be sure to check out all of our social media this week, as we have plenty coming up here, starting on Tuesday with By All Means with our own Mark Means. And then on Wednesday, it'll be the Dump and Chase podcast. Again, all great information coming down for the Youngstown Phantoms. Phantoms going 1-1 this weekend out in Lincoln, Nebraska. And we'll give them one bad night once in a while, but Colin Wynn takes the loss for the Phantoms. Coming up Friday, it's High School Football Friday here on the iMedia One Network, of course, on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. We have the Springfield Tigers traveling down to Lowville to take on the Rockets, and that should be a big game in Week 10. Lowville having a great season. Springfield looking to finish their season 8-2. Their losses coming against the Division 5 state champions, the South Range Raiders, as well as the Division 3 Geneva Eagles. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and WBBW Sports Radio 1240, it will be Mark Means and Dave Clark with the call as the Poland Bulldogs make the short drive to take on rival the Struthers Wildcats. And on City View Sportscast, it'll be the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack and Matt Amsch, the Matt and Matt Show, as they like to call it. It'll be Mineral Ridge taking on the McDonald Blue Devils. Again, all that action and more coming up here, as well as, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention, the Grove City Wolverines on Saturday here on Western Reserve Radio. Absolutely enjoying our partnership with Grove City and SID over there in Grove City. The professor, Ryan Briggs, thank you for having enough faith in us to carry that broadcast yesterday as they got the win over the Allegheny Gators. So for my sidekick, Jerry Lute, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. One last time here from Newark, Ohio, the Canton Akron Jets. They get the 7-1 win over the Newark Generals. We hope that everybody has a fantastic Saturday. Be safe, and we will see you back here next Friday.
Passion, talent.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge, a part of the Sports Map Radio Network.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. With over 30 years of experience, Madurik's Butcher Block in Mineral Ridge is a quality-driven company focused on great personal service. Our fresh meats are of the finest cut. We make a variety of burgers, sausages, and a full line of deli meats. Using our own smokehouse, we prepare different types of jerky, snack sticks, kibasi, bacon, hot dogs, and bone-in hams. When your tummy needs some relief, call 652-BEEF. That's 330-652-2333.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut French fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website at jessesdairycove.com to see our menu. At Jesse's Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is Jerry Snodgrass, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One of my long-standing goals is to help people understand that high school sports are about so much more than wins and losses. The OHSAA promotes education-based athletics, where sports are an extension of the classroom. Our schools all want to win. There's no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship, leadership, and making certain that academics are a priority. Thank you for your support of high school sports in Ohio.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Line got down around 14, probably should have never been that low. Blew those guys out. Slept walked here through in Nashville against Vanderbilt. Kind of understand when we look at now going into the bye week. So they're just going to be gearing up for when they come out of the bye with your guys and for the rest of the season. So they don't need to prove anything. They just got to get through their schedule and they'll be there. So they don't really care about the margin of victory. They just got to get through the schedule.
All right, Matt, what do you do with USC after what happened yesterday and in the intriguing will he, won't he story saga that is Cam Rising week to week? We got more information on his knee injury, but what have you guys been doing in terms of the quarterback situation for Utah?
Yeah, this one was actually the big mover from our look ahead. We went up, if you can believe it, 9.5 with USC here last Wednesday. This is, of course, before, Utah continues to look good without Cam Rising and Keithy and these other guys. Defense is as good as ever, of course. And then USC is going into South Bend an absolute dud. I don't think those guys have played well there in about 15 years. Caleb Williams here, sometimes he just kind of slinging around when he should and when he gets under pressure. The O-line has been doing him no favors this year. So this could present some problems for them this week against Utah and that good defense. So a little wary of USC's chances are going forward. Don't think it's great. They could be third, maybe fourth in the pecking order here in the Pac-12 really quickly. This line reopened 4.5 today, and we're taking some Utah action so far.
Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy now tied for the second Heisman favorite in the odds for the Heisman race. To me, the Michigan defense has been the star, but what are you seeing from McCarthy that explains such a big jump in the Heisman odds?
Yeah, Pam, it's just, the top quarterback on the top team or two, they're always going to be right there in the mix with the Heisman, right? So, Michigan, they continue to win games, win or two bigger games, he'll be right there just based on that alone, even if his stats aren't as gaudy as some of these other Pac-12 quarterbacks we just saw last night. Caleb Williams having a poor game, he's dropped all the way down to 20-1. Bo Nix, just in that kind of their loss, he dropped to 21. If they would have won the game, he'd probably be about 3-1 or so. So the wins and losses count. And that's why you see J.J. McCarthy here up towards the second favorite here between Michael Penix Jr. and tied with Dylan Gabriel at 10-1. So it was kind of just more of who fell off last week rather than McCarthy doing well. But when you're on one of those top couple teams, you're going to be in the mix.
Yeah, and you look at it, too. There is going to be an opportunity. Pam, you mentioned Tez Walker, right, for North Carolina. Maybe not an upgrade from a power rating perspective, but could be an upgrade for Drake May's Heisman potential, especially if they're going to run the table. Matt Grill with us, trading manager over at DraftKings. All right, Matt, there's a couple of other interesting games here up on the board. I wanted to ask you, though, about Alabama, because you guys are currently hanging 9 right now. They're up against Tennessee this week. What have you made of Alabama, and what do you make of yesterday? Arkansas, we've seen it this year, been pretty plucky in some of these underdog spots, right? The LSU game, now specifically yesterday, coming back in that. How have you guys handled Alabama over the last couple of weeks where Will Rowe and this defense have started to look better, but still have those moments like yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, unlike a lot of Nick Saban's Alabama teams, this one is very inconsistent, very up and down week to week, hard to gauge. I think I saw Dylan Milroe. He's been sacked 4+ times in 5 straight games. So that's something as mobile as he is. He obviously says that he's standing in his pocket too long, hanging onto the ball and can't get rid of it. So he's still inconsistent. He'll show flashes. I do like that Burton has kind of emerged as his go-to receiver here. That's helped out. But when you're struggling to put away Arkansas, who just run ragged every week by the ACC schedule, it feels like you've got some issues here. So figuring in Tennessee this week, this is the big game. Alabama, they still have hopes here to get in the SEC title game. In fact, they're the favorite in the West. And then, eventually if they can get there, beat Georgia, they'll be back in the playoff with a chance to win the title. Even with this team this year, that's a lot quite different from Nick Saban's previous versions here. So, Tennessee, they didn't look, I thought, that great against A&M. They kind of just survived that game. So they're going to have a pretty tall tester against Alabama this week, I think, still. If Alabama gets right, I think they can cover this 9.
Matt, it's always good to talk to you, man. We appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Matt Grill, trading manager at DraftKings. Yeah, they're 9-point favorite, as you mentioned. That is going to be pretty fascinating to see because Joe Milton, if you look at some of the numbers, has not looked good, man, at all.
Nope. You back Alabama at home.
Think so? Just go in, just lay in 9?
Lay the 9.
All right, I'm going to be interested to see where the market opens up here in the next couple of minutes. Speaking of, when we come back, we're about 15 minutes away. Circle will open up sides and totals for the entire board. We'll see exactly what some of these big games are looking like across the market when everybody else gets involved, as well as some of the smaller games as well. Don't go to where it's College Lines Revealed here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Okay, DraftKings. A bonus bet back if you lose, giving people a second chance? Ryan Fitzpatrick, you've had your fair share of those. Talk to me.
With a no-sweat bet, if your first team doesn't work out, you can just bet on a different team, like Miami or Buffalo, Washington, Tampa, New York, Cincinnati, Tennessee.
Cincinnati.
We're giving out no-sweat bets every NFL game day, every week of the season to everyone. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
potentially worth. Call 800-905-7124.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now to speak with a live agent for free. Call 800-905-7124.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Sports Map Tonight with Luke Morrow.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big Sean Payton guy. You compare the numbers. I like the line I heard that Sean Payton is Mike McCarthy with better PR. Look at their winning percentage. Look at their playoff record. They both have one Super Bowl. Very similar. The resumes are almost identical. And yet you all want to talk about how bad of a coach Mike McCarthy is and how much of a genius Sean Payton is. Well, the results tell us that they're actually very similar. And so Sean Payton comes to Denver, and he's got a lot of nerve, and he's calling out Nathaniel Hackett from last year, talking about how terrible of a coach he was. And then he calls out Russell Wilson, stop kissing babies, and he's making all these excuses. But you know what, Sean? Nathaniel Hackett never gave up 70 points in a game. And also, Nathaniel Hackett was not 0-3. At this time last season, the Broncos were 2-1. Now, 0-3, you just gave up 70 points. You're the laughingstock of the league. I got no love lost for Sean Payton.
Sports Map Tonight, weeknights from 10 to 1 Eastern.
The diehards.
What's the deal with the beware of moose signs every 5 miles? I didn't see a moose.
The moose moved out long ago. They're like, this place is freezing cold. I don't like it.
There's no moose in Maine. It's a hyperbole. It's an exaggeration. There's no moose.
When I saw those bumper stickers, I thought it was a joke. Like, beware of moose. Like, imagine that. Imagine if you saw an animal living outside in this Arctic tundra. I thought it should be like, beware of penguins.
The Diehards, weeknights from 8 to 10 Eastern on the Sports Map Radio Network.
The Diehards.
What's the deal with the beware of moose signs every 5 miles? I didn't see a moose.
The moose moved out long ago. They're like, this place is freezing cold. I don't like it.
There's no moose in Maine. It's a hyperbole. It's an exaggeration. There's no moose.
When I saw those bumper stickers, I thought it was a joke. Like, beware of moose. Like, imagine that. Imagine if you saw an animal living outside in this Arctic tundra. I thought it should be like, beware of penguins.
The Diehards, weeknights from 8 to 10 Eastern on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Wake up call. So this is what I've been hearing about this Ron Culver toy that your son has.
Yes, it's a dump truck. You push a couple of buttons and it goes from noises to actual songs. And I swear to goodness, it's an uncanny sound of Ron. It's like Ron Culver's the voiceover guy. Backing up.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Hold on. Get the work. Do your best. When you have a job to do, do your best. When you have a job to do the best that you can do. When you have a job to do your best.
That is unbelievable. Come on,
Tell me,
Ron.
I'm doing the Vince McMahon walk right now.
Very much
that's
so.
not Ron Culver.
Come on, Ron. You're lying through your teeth. There's no way.
Someone has taken my voice.
That sounds exactly like him.
Wake up call with Tony V and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Hi, it's Mark Means, host of By All Means, Tuesdays at 5, right here on Western Reserve Radio.